Never regret what you don't write. I hope to stand firm enough to not go backward, and yet not go forward fast enough to wreck the country's cause. I do not expect the Union to be dissolved, I do not expect the house to fall, but I do expect it will cease to be divided. It will become all one thing, or all the other. If I were to try to read, much less answer, all the attacks made on me, this shop might as well be closed for any other business. I pass my life in preventing the storm from blowing down the tent, and I drive in the pegs as fast as they are pulled up. There is another old poet whose name I do not now remember who said, "Truth is the daughter of time." If the people of Utah shall peacefully form a state constitution tolerating polygamy, will the democracy admit them into the Union? In great contests each party claims to act in accordance with the will of God. Both may be, and one must be wrong. Someday I shall be president. Republicans are for both the man and the dollar, but in case of conflict the man before the dollar. I believe this government cannot endure permanently, half slave and half free. A capacity, and taste, for reading gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. If I like a thing, it just sticks after once reading it or hearing it. He who would be no slave must consent to have no slave. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves and, under a just God, cannot long retain it. We can succeed only by concert. It is not, can any of us imagine better, but, can we all do better? He who molds the public sentiment, makes statutes and decisions possible or impossible to make. I am naturally anti-slavery. If slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong. I cannot remember when I did not so think and feel. Biographies, as generally written, are not only misleading but false. In most instances, they commemorate a lie and cheat posterity out of the truth. I believe it is universally understood and acknowledged that all men will ever act correctly, unless they have a motive to do otherwise. The people themselves, and not their servants, can safely reverse their own deliberate decisions. To give victory to the right, not bloody bullets, but peaceful ballots only, are necessary. No policy that does not rest upon some philosophical public opinion can be permanently maintained. Concede that the new government of Louisiana is only to what it should be, as the egg is to the fowl, we shall sooner have the fowl by hatching the egg than by smashing it. The point, the power to hurt, of all figures lies in the truthfulness of their application. I hold that while man exists, it is his duty to improve not only his own condition, but to assist in ameliorating mankind. I am like a man so busy in letting rooms in one end of his house, that he can't stop to put out the fire that is burning the other. I can express all my views on the slavery question by quotations from Henry Clay. It is a great piece of folly to attempt to make anything out of my early life. A private soldier has as much right to justice as a major general. Don't swap horses in crossing a stream. It is a quality of revolutions not to go by old lines or old laws, but to break up both and make new ones. Let the people on both sides keep their self-possession, and just as other clouds have cleared away in due time, so will this, and this great nation shall continue to prosper as before. I learned a great many years ago that in a fight between husband and wife, a third party should never get between the woman's skillet and the man's axe helve. I do not think I could myself be brought to support a man for office whom I knew to be an open enemy of, and scoffer at, religion. Nothing new here, except my marrying, which to me is a matter of profound wonder. I have always been an old line Henry Clay Whig. I was losing interest in politics, when the repeal of the Missouri Compromise aroused me again. What I have done since then is pretty well known. Among the Friends of Union, there is great diversity of sentiment and of policy in regard to slavery and the African race among us. My parents were both born in Virginia, of undistinguished families, second families, perhaps I should say. In so far as the government lands can be disposed of, I am in favor of cutting up the wild lands into parcels so that every poor man may have a home. Being elected to Congress, though I am very grateful to our friends for having done it, has not pleased me as much as I expected. Never stir up litigation. A worse man can scarcely be found than one who does this. The people know their rights, and they are never slow to assert and maintain them when they are invaded.